friends, I am the Dungeon Tutor. Welcome. Today is the 27th of August, which means it's the 27th question from RPGaDay. We're getting there. We really are. Today's question's an interesting one. It's, what game would you like to see a new edition of the most? Now, there's an awful lot of games out there that came out with an edition and that was it. The company didn't last any longer, the company moved on to other things, etc., etc., etc. There are some games that have had too many editions, quite honestly. Something like Dungeons & Dragons up to its effectively 8th edition, there have been a number of them. So, yeah, sometimes you can overdo it. Sometimes you can bloat your games to the point they almost need a new edition so they don't collapse under their own weight, yes. But there are some games that, even though they've gone through kind of different editions, I would like to see them be addressed and brought to more modern sentiments. There's a few, but on the other hand, some games just don't really need a new edition. Ghostbusters, for instance. Dead simple game. Very simple, very fast-paced, very fun. Clunky, but charmingly clunky. I don't think it really needs a new edition, though. The one that I think I'm going to hold up as needing a new edition, and that would require an incredibly unlikely set of circumstances, would be the Palladium system. Well, nobody's attacking me yet, so I guess none of Mr. Simbeta's ardent fans are around. The same system that gave you the old Robotech system, that gave you Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness, that gave you Beyond the Supernatural, that gave you Nightbane, that gave you, Rifts. The system is clunky. It's archaic. It is a retro clone game with the serial numbers shaved off. I would love to see that game remade with more modern sentiments to it. I know that would take an incredible amount, and I don't think that the people over at Palladium are interested in doing that at all. To any significant degree. I just feel that their combat system could use some updates, can be changed for the better. I believe their skill system is awful and could be updated significantly for the better. I believe their whole concept of the OCCs is generally sound, but could be streamlined and simplified. That's generally my take on it. I think it stands in its own way. It's a system that a lot of people fondly remember Rifts, they fondly remember Robotech, they fondly remember the games, but they'll always put the caveat, but the system was just clunky. And it is. It's functional, yes. It's really skewed. You can make characters that are really godlike, if you are lucky. If you are not lucky, you make just an average character. If you are in the same group with somebody who is a great character, you are completely going to be dwarfed. And there's nothing you can do about it. That's the way the game is designed. So that's my answer to that question. It needs changing. It would be really nice if they would have some self-reflection, look at it, look at other games and go, you know, even Dungeons & Dragons, the hoary old, pioneer of gaming, changed significantly numerous times. Why can't we look at what we do and see what other people have said is just clunky and archaic? I wish they would. I really do. I think that what they've made with their worlds and everything is so strong. If it just could get out of its own way and they could make a new system, update, they could keep producing stuff, I think it would be great. So, that's my answer to the question. It's pretty simple, but there you go. There are other games, too. Sometimes when there's companies that focus on making different worlds, I wish their new additions would be going into other systems. Like I've told the folks over at GUI Cube, who I dearly love, and I love their products, I would love to see them make stuff for other games other than Dungeons & Dragons. After the OGL debacle in 2023, I would hope they would look for other game systems to create their games under. But what do you do, right? You go where the money is, you go where the customer base is, but still, I would like to see it. That's my answer to the question, and I hope you liked it. If you are a fan of Rifts and you think it's perfect the way it is, feel free to leave that in the comments. I would love to talk to you about that. If you completely agree with me, leave that in the comments too, because we always like having a pat on our back. I do hope that you liked it enough to maybe like and subscribe to my video if you haven't already. It just makes me feel good, and I enjoy the opportunity to give you more video content. So, I hope to see you in future. And I am the Dungeon Tutor, and I will be here making videos throughout the month, so thank you for joining me. Until the next time, and I hope there is one, I hope that you, yes, you, get a chance to roll some dice, play some games, have some fun. But stay safe out there, my friends. Until that next time, farewell.